Why is distinguishing ocean current types so important? Imagine the ocean as a vast, moving highway system, where different routes carry different kinds of traffic. Some currents are like fast-moving freeways on the surface, while others are slow-moving underground tunnels. Knowing which is which helps us understand how the ocean influences our climate, ecosystems, and even our daily weather. Ocean currents are mainly divided into two types: surface currents and deepwater currents. Surface currents happen in the upper 400 meters of the ocean and are mostly driven by wind patterns and the Earth's rotation, which is called the Coriolis effect. These currents flow horizontally and from large circular patterns called gyres. For example, the Gulf Stream is a warm surface current that moves heat from the tropics toward colder regions. This current helps keep parts of North America and Europe warmer than they would otherwise be. Surface currents are important because they distribute heat across the globe, influence coastal weather, and bring nutrients and marine life to different areas. Deepwater currents, also called thermohaline circulation, are driven by differences in water temperature and saltiness. Cold, salty water is denser and sinks, creating a vertical movement that forms part of a global conveyor belt. This conveyor moves cold water from polar regions toward the equator and brings warm water back toward the poles. This process helps balance Earth's temperature over long periods and plays a role in removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere by moving surface water into the deep ocean. Understanding these deep currents is key to studying climate change because they control how heat and nutrients are distributed deep in the ocean. Knowing the difference between these two types of currents is very useful for many reasons. It helps scientists predict changes in climate and weather by understanding how heat moves around the planet. It also helps manage fisheries and marine ecosystems by tracking where nutrients and fish habitats are located. For ships and offshore industries, knowing current patterns helps plan safer and more efficient routes. Plus, understanding how ocean currents work allows us to see how climate change might shift these patterns and impact global weather and sea levels. In short, telling apart surface and deepwater currents gives us a clearer picture of how oceans influence the Earth's environment and human life. This knowledge helps us make smarter decisions about climate policies, marine conservation, and maritime safety.